Hi, YouTubers and wet shavers everywhere. It's MargaretGeorgeTune.com. I'm back with another Monday Morning Mailbag. Get yourself a cup of coffee, kick back, relax. Let's talk a little wet shaving and a few other things. What do you got this morning? Hang on, let me get a sip here. Yeah, that is great. That's a familiar friend that we've used before on the channel. Wawa Coffee, their regular blend right here, mild roast. This came to the channel courtesy of viewer James Sefton. Thank you very much, James. Really do appreciate it. Wawa location opening up or has opened up in Cincinnati, Ohio, the greater Cincinnati area. So James visited Wawa and sent some coffee our way. Thanks again, James. Really do appreciate it. And yeah, we are using our Ohio mug because Wawa is now in Ohio. So we're using the State of Ohio Been There coffee mug that came courtesy of viewer Beth Jones. Beth, thank you very much. Highlighting all the great things in the state of Ohio, from football to the traffic light to our state bird, the cardinal, and everything Ohio on this mug. And of course, you can get your very own Been There coffee mug highlighting the state that you live in on Amazon. We'll make sure to link that below. So how are you this morning? Great to be with you. Hey, happy belated Mother's Day. Yesterday was Mother's Day. I hope you had a great Mother's Day here in the United States. And in honor of all the mamas, we're using Wawa coffee. I just happened to think of that. It was Mama Day, so we're using Wawa coffee. There you go. Hang on, one more sip. That is really great. And absolutely great to be with you, and I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me this morning. As we like to say on the show, a good hot coffee, a trusty mug, let the caffeine go to work, gentlemen. Absolutely, one more sip. This is really a good coffee, Wawa. This is smooth and mellow, our classic blend. This is really good. Hang on. Yeah, that is really good. And hey, if you're taking me along on your morning commute, thanks very much for the lift. I really do appreciate that. If you're tuning into the podcast, thanks very much for listening via all those great streaming platforms that are out there. Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, that sort of thing. Really great to be with you. Again, happy belated Mother's Day to everyone out there. Hope you had a great Sunday, a great Mother's Day. And boy, we got a great show lined up for you. Let me get over to my my list of topics here. We'll run down what we got going on this morning. Oh, we got a great viewer shaving tip. We got a really terrific shave den visit. We've got the usual reminders that are all lined up. We also have a reminder about a meetup, an Ariana and Evans meetup. We'll give you all the details regarding that. We also have a giveaway. Yeah, a giveaway courtesy of viewer Tom Donnarumma. Tom, thank you very much. Really do appreciate it. Tom gave us some shaving gear to give away when we caught up with him at the last Magard meetup. So Tom, thank you very much. A very generous giveaway from Tom Donnarumma. So stay tuned for that. We also have some great refill comments. Got a lot of really neat new wet shaving gear to share with you this week, and also some questions and comments. So a really terrific show in the works this morning. I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me. Let's get the show kicked off like we do every week with a viewer morning shaving tip. Well, this morning's shaving tip comes from viewer Mark Kenny, and Mark writes, "Hello, Mark. It was a pleasure to meet you in person at the Magard's 2025 meetup." Well, likewise, Mark. It was great meeting you and having a chance to chat. He continues here, "Each week I look forward to the Monday morning mailbag. I enjoy learning about the coffee of the week and seeing and learning about new products in the wet shaving world. I would like to submit a shaving tip to try and earn a George cartoon drawing. I have recently been relocated for work within the past year. So my shaving tip is this for all the new and older wet shavers. Before you pack your open aftershave bottles, double check that the lids are tightened down all the way. If you like, use tape around the seals for added protection. This will help secure them during transport. I have learned from my own experience that if you don't tighten down the lids, they can move around in the box and cause leaks. I've included the photo we took at the Magard's Meetup. Thanks again for your piff items that you gave me at the meetup. I can't wait to try the Katie's Bubbles and Phoenix Shavings cane soaps and aftershave. Take care and keep up the amazing work, Mark Kenny. Mark, thanks very much for the kind words. The piff items came courtesy of viewer Chris Eikenberry. Chris sent those to the channel and said, Mark, I had to clean up the shave den. Please piff these items. And I thought, well, what better way to piff the items than to take them to the Magard Meetup? So all credit and thanks go to Chris Eikenberry for some really, really nice piff items. Many of them new. And we handed some of them out and put some of them on the piff table there. And I was happy to do so. So Chris, thank you very, very much. And Mark, a great shaving tip and reminder. Yeah, absolutely. As a matter of fact, when we were at the Magard Meetup, we visited Peter Sharkalis' table over there at Ariana and Evans, and we got the Daniel Maulu Latte Imenta aftershave. And sure enough, yeah, he taped down the lid, the cap on his aftershave bottles, because he's transporting them all the way from Connecticut, and he drove, as a matter of fact. So yeah, he knows to do that, and that's a great reminder, Kenny. So remember, folks, if you're traveling, you're taking along your favorite aftershave, double check to make sure those lids and caps are tightened down, and if you want, get a little bit of tape around there to make sure that they're secure so they don't unscrew, open up, and leak all over. Yeah, I've had that happen to me as well. So a great shaving tip and a great reminder. Thank you very, very much, Mark. Really do appreciate it. And to say thank you, for you and only you, an original signed George sketch. So please email me your snail mail address to mondaymailbag@gmail.com, mondaymailbag@gmail.com, and I will send this to you post haste. And if you out there would like an original signed George sketch, just send me a shaving tip. Send that shaving tip to mondaymailbag@gmail.com. And if I use it here on the viewer morning shaving tip segment of the Monday Morning Mailbag, you too will receive an original signed George sketch. So Mark, thanks again for a really terrific shaving tip and a really good reminder. Really do appreciate it. Well, surprise, we have an extra shaving tip this morning, and it comes courtesy of viewer Jim from Northfield, James Gazda. Jim, thank you very much. And he writes, hey, Mark, I thought I would share this shaving tip. If you have many blades with just a few uses, and you only have a couple of magnets, just simply hook however many you wish to a safety pin, and then place the pin head on the magnet. It will hold them there until you use them again. Just thought this would be a good idea to save some extra space. Thanks, Jim from Northfield. Jim, that's a great idea, a great space-saving idea if you have a lot of blades where you can get an extra shave or two from them. Really terrific. Thanks very much for the photo, and thanks very much for the explanation. Really do appreciate it. There you go, folks. A great space-saving tip if you've got a lot of blades and only a couple of magnets. Jim, thanks again very much. Well, it's time for a shave den visit.
Grab your favorite shave soap, whip it up, rich and creamy, fill your cup. Boom, lather. Hot towel ready, face feels prime. A classic shave, so smooth, so fine. 30 degrees, a light touch. Let the razor do the work, no need to rush. Shave like a pro, close and neat. A shave so smooth it can't be beat. Slap on your favorite splash, feel that glow. Shave complete, now you're ready to go. Oh, boom, shave complete, you're ready to go.
Well, this morning's Shave Den visit comes courtesy of viewer Bill Murphy. And Bill writes, hi, Mark. First, I got distracted and forgot to wish you a happy Cartoonist Day. That's okay, Bill. Thanks very much for the belated Cartoonist Day wishes. I really do appreciate it. He continues here. I received my new customized bowl from Spot Prints. Peter did an amazing job. The bowl is in silver and blue with the Air Force insignia on the inside bottom and my old Illinois Air National Guard emblem on the outside bottom. I had Peter make the bowl a ½ inch deeper, and the bowl makes an amazing creamy lather quickly. I was in the Air Force in 1970 to 1974 with the 410 Bomb Wing stationed in Upper Michigan. After that, I worked in various jobs until my sister talked me into joining the 126th Air Refueling Wing at O'Hare Airport with Illinois National Guard in 1980 in an active duty role. I worked in base supply until I retired from the Guard in 1997. In 1999, the unit moved to Scott Air Force Base near East St. Louis, Illinois. After leaving the Illinois Air National Guard, I worked in the private sector until I retired in 2017. Also attached is a picture of me and Anthony taken when the Blue Angels parked their planes on our flight line when participating in the Chicago Lakefront Air Show. This was taken sometime in the 1980s. I am the one in the blue uniform, and Anthony is in the red hat. Anthony was a co-worker. So that's Bill on the left and Anthony on the right. Here's a link to some video I took from inside a KC-135 tanker during one of their training missions. Wow, that's really neat. We're going to link that video below, folks, so you can check that out. Bill, thanks very, very much for that. And what an absolutely awesome shave den visit this morning, Bill. Thank you so very, very much. First of all, thank you for your service. That is really, really wonderful. Thank you so much for your service. And thank you for a really, really wonderful shave den visit this morning. Peter did an absolutely spectacular job on that lathering bowl, honoring your Air Force service. That really, really is awesome. And thank you for the history and rundown of your service in the Air Force. Again, thank you for your service. That's really, really wonderful. A great shave den visit this morning and some really, really great memories of your service in the Air Force. Bill, thanks again very, very much. Well, here's your reminder to check out shavesplash.com. This is a website that was created by viewer Lee Meyer. If you happen to have a shave soap, but you don't have an aftershave splash for it, well, shavesplash.com is a scent matching website. So you'll be able to find a complimentary aftershave scent that will go with that shaving soap. Really, really terrific. And they also have some great articles and features up there. So check it out. We'll have the link below, shavesplash.com from viewer Lee Meyer. Well, the channel now has auto dub technology courtesy of Google and YouTube. And as the name suggests, it will automatically translate this audio from English into Italian, German, Portuguese, Spanish, or French. Pretty amazing. Simply click on the gear in the lower right of the video screen. A menu will pop up, and there you can select the language that you wish to hear the audio in: Italian, German, Portuguese, Spanish, or French. It translates it from English to any of those languages in real time, on the fly. Pretty amazing. Auto dub. Check it out. Well, here's your weekly reminder that the Monday Morning Mailbag is also available as a podcast. Simply get up to your favorite streaming service and search for Monday Morning Mailbag and more, Monday Morning Mailbag and more, and the Monday Morning Mailbag podcast, as well as our other podcast, Second Cup, will come right up. Both of those podcasts are available on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, YouTube, and now iHeartRadio. Well, Saturday, June 7th, 2025, from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Time is the date of the Ariana and Evans Meetup and Showroom Soiree 3. Yeah, we got this information from the Shave Dad group, thanks to Jerry Pleshy. And here's what's going on. Minimum of 20% off all A&E products. Special release of Birthday Suit Event Soap in Legacy. This alone will be worth the ride. Danielle Maulu full line all on display, including all new fragrances discounted for the event. Hors d'oeuvres, refreshments, whiskey and beer, piff table, gift bag for all registered attendees, giveaways, 2 special artisan guests, Doug Lane of Adopted Acre Soap Company, and Joe Dean of Subtle Arts Soap Company. They will have tables set up, and as they continue here, other friends and dignitaries will be here as well. This will no doubt be our most exciting event to date. Again, it takes place on Saturday, June 7th, 2025, from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Time at Ariana and Evans headquarters and showroom, 290 Main Street, Ansonia, Connecticut. RSVP details will be included in the coming days, and we'll get you an update as the date draws closer, so stay tuned. Well, as promised, it's the great, fantastic, fabulous Tom Donnarumma Giveaway. Here's what we have to give away, courtesy of Tom Donnarumma. Tom, thank you very, very much. Two absolutely fantastic safety razors. Prize number one, there's two of them we're giving away. Prize number one is this beautiful Rockwell 6C adjustable safety razor in gunmetal finish. How about that? Check this out. Look at this. This is absolutely gorgeous. Here it is right here. You get all the plates with it. Okay, you get all the plates with it right there. You also get some razor blades. And let's pull this out here so you can see it. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? A beautiful gunmetal finish. This is the 6C. Boy, a lot of wet shavers love the 6C because the plating on the razor really seems to smooth the shave out a little more than, say, the stainless version, the original stainless version. So this is absolutely spectacular. Look at that. This is first prize, or prize number one, that we'll be giving away in the Tom Donnarumma Fantastic Fabulous Giveaway right there. Beautiful, beautiful razor. And of course, again, it comes with all three plates, or 6 plates, because you flip it from one side to the other, okay? One side, and then you flip it to the other side. So you get 3 plates, 6 different levels of aggression, and also some razor blades. And also, here is the product card detailing everything regarding the razor. So you get all that right here in this box. Gunmetal finish razor, 6C, courtesy of viewer Tom Donnarumma. Tom, thank you very, very much. So one lucky viewer out there is going to win a beautiful gunmetal razor, a Rockwell razors 6C in gunmetal finish. That's what I wanted to say. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Prize number 2 is also a Rockwell razors 6C, only in white chrome plating. How about that? Absolutely fantastic. Tom, thank you so very, very much. We'll pull this one out so you can get a look at it. I want to be careful so I don't drop anything. Again, oh, look at this one. This is beautiful. A beautiful 6C in white plating. Look at that, white chrome plating. Look at that. Again, you get the razor, you get the 3 plates, 6 levels of aggression. You also get the blades, and you get a product card here as well. How about that? We'll take the razor out here so you can get a look at it. I want to be careful so I don't drop it. Check that out. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. My gosh, that's beautiful. A big, big thank you to Tom Donnarumma for very, very kindly sponsoring this giveaway. This is absolutely wonderful. My gosh. Okay, so 2 great prizes in this giveaway, courtesy of Tom Donnarumma. We're calling it the Fantastic, Fabulous Tom Donnarumma Giveaway. So, how do you enter? Well, first of all, subscribe to the channel. Then, leave a comment below this video. Don't leave a comment in the audio-only podcast of the Monday Morning Mailbag or the Second Cup podcast. The comment has to be left below this video. Make sure to have an address that is deliverable by the Postal Service. The deadline to enter is Tuesday, May 20th, 2025, and we will pull a winner sometime Tuesday evening and post the results either Tuesday evening or Wednesday morning. This is open to everyone worldwide. So doesn't matter where you are in the world. This is open to everybody. So everyone's got a shot at winning one of these beautiful, beautiful Rockwell 6C razors. My thanks to Tom Donnarumma for very, very kindly sponsoring this giveaway. Absolutely fantastic. Again, once more, to enter, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below this video, and have an address that the Postal Service can deliver to. Deadline to enter is Tuesday, May 20th, 2025. Sometime in the evening, we're going to pull the winning name. I don't know when, so make sure you enter before Tuesday, May 20th, and we'll post those results sometime Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, that sort of thing, depending on what my schedule is. And I will not be commenting back in the comments section below this video. I don't want my name to get mixed into the hopper with all the entries. So I really do appreciate your understanding on that. And let me just thank everyone in advance for all your very, very kind words and wonderful comments. So Tuesday, May 20th, 2025 is the deadline for the fabulous, fantastic Tom Donnarumma giveaway, open to everyone around the world. Good luck to everyone, and thanks again to Tom Donnarumma for very kindly and generously sponsoring this giveaway. Well, what do you know? Coffee's getting low, that time of the show. Let's go back for a refill. Well, I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me this morning. I hope you went back for a refill. Hang on 1 minute. Oh yeah, that is really, really nice. Again, courtesy of viewer James Sefton, Wawa coffee. Yeah, that is really good. Smooth and mellow, our classic blend. Yeah, that is really, really terrific. James, thank you again very, very much. And again, happy belated Mother's Day to all the moms out there. Of course, I think earlier in the show I said to everyone, you know what I meant. So happy belated Mother's Day to all the moms out there. And we're drinking Wawa and celebrating Mama. And just absolutely great to be with you this morning. You know, I'm wearing my hoodie, my Ohio State hoodie here because it is cool and rainy at the time I'm recording this. We're well into starting the month of May, and it's been cool and rainy. So much so that a lot of neighbors have not been able to cut their lawns because it is pretty saturated. As a matter of fact, the Homeowners Association sent out a notice saying, hey, you know what? All the common areas that we have landscaped haven't been able to cut them because of all the rain. So hopefully it'll dry out and warm up a little bit. And I hope hope the weather is very, very warm and agreeable where you're at this morning. And I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me this morning. We got some great refill comments here this morning, so let's get to them. Hang on, one more sip. Okay, now let's get to some of these refill comments. Mike, 19663 writes, yes, the Supply Max razor does use a proprietary blade. The Max razor is a great razor, and with the blades it uses, you can get 8+ shaves. This is the proprietary blade system that comes with the Supply, that is required for the Supply, the new Supply Max SE razor. It has a pivoting head, and we were asking whether or not the blades were proprietary, and Mike says yes, they are. Larry Sablotny also adds this. Yes, the Supply SE Max uses only their blades because of the 3 holes necessary to seat the blade in the razor. Big mistake on their part, I believe, but the razor shaves great. I used it this morning. Due to the need to use only their blades, I was going to send it back, but I'm going to keep it. It shaves so well. Wow, Larry, thanks very, very much for the details on their proprietary blade system for the Supply SE Max. Yeah, that's how you refer to it, the Supply SE Max. Again, an SE razor with the pivoting head. Larry and Mike, thanks so much for confirming that it's a proprietary blade system, but both gentlemen really like the razor a lot. Gives a great, great shave. So thanks for that, gentlemen. Really do appreciate it. Oh, Larry also adds, I also picked up Ariana and Evans' Latte e Menta. Yeah, we talked about this last week. It is fantastic. A wonderful lather and scent. I highly recommend. Yeah, it is a fantastic scent. Oh, yeah. I am so looking forward to reviewing this. It is wonderful. And this will also be at the Ariana and Evans meetup that we talked about earlier in the show, because it's part of the Danielle Maulu, I think I pronounced that right, Danielle Maulu, I guess you could say collection, Danielle Maulu collection. And I guess Latte e Menta is 1 cent in the collection, I think. Don't quote me on that. I'm still learning about it myself. But if you go to the Ariana and Evans meetup in June 7th, let us know what is there. Take some pictures, shoot some video, and we'll share it with everyone on the Monday Morning Mailbag. So, yeah, that's great. So thanks very much, Larry, for confirming how great this scent is, and I'm looking forward to building a lather with it myself. Lindsay writes, good morning, Mark. Another great 3MB. I really like your new to you Avon razor decanter. Everyone should have something that cool. Yeah, it is. That was really a great surprise. And if you missed it, it's in the highlight reel on, I think it was April 28th, the April 28th Monday Morning Mailbag. And that came from Greg Mensinger. He very kindly gave us that aftershave decanter in the shape of a giant safety razor. As a matter of fact, I can't remember who it was. What viewer sent me the link? My apologies. But Ken Surfs did a shave recently with the same item. And he has it in his shave den. He's had it in his shave den for quite some time. As a matter of fact, viewer Nicholas Marion, as I recall, sent along this Avon aftershave, this vintage Avon aftershave bottle here in the shape of a pipe. It's called the American Eagle, because it's got American Eagle right there. And it housed Wild Country. Now it's empty, and I'm sampling. Got a little bit of a scent left, and I want to put some new Wild Country in here. And I'm wondering how to go about doing that properly. Would I take some rubbing alcohol, say 70%, and put some of that in there, and then slosh it around, and then maybe dump it out, and then let it evaporate and air out over a few days? Would that kind of kill whatever scent is in there so I can put new stuff in? I'm wondering, if you happen to know how to do that, please comment below and let me know, because I want to put this one to good use as well. And my thanks again to Nicholas Marion for sending this along. I've had it here for quite some time and have not yet filled it with Wild Country, but I've got some new bottles of Wild Country, and this will be perfect for it. So thanks to Nicholas Marion for that. I really do appreciate it. And Lindsay, thanks very much for the comment. Mike H, 9701. Hi, Mark. Great Monday Morning Mailbag. Thank you. Happy Cartoonist Day. Fantastic segments throughout the show as always. Glad you got a Wolf Whiskers shave brush. It's a great shape and color. It was very nice to hear about the journey that the bottle of English leather took and how it got to you. Providential all around, indeed. Have a great start to the week, and best regards as always, Mark. Mike, thanks very, very much. Of course, Mike is referring to the English leather that was put on the PIF table by Nate Jackson, and Larry Napier happened to spot it and handed it to me. So, gentlemen, thank you again very, very much. And Mike, regarding the Wolf Whiskers shaving brush, the Joker, and again, this is the color scheme of the comic book character, the Joker. I happen to know Jerry Robinson, the creator of the Joker, through the National Cartoonist Society. And, again, what are the odds that I got a shaving brush patterned after the comic book character, the Joker, and talk about it on Cartoonist Day on the Monday Morning Mailbag? What are the odds of that happening? I'm still kind of amazed by that. Yeah, so looking forward to reviewing this, taking it for a test drive and sharing with everyone. Yeah, it's an absolutely beautiful, beautiful brush. Wolf Whiskers, boy, oh boy, they make some really, really marvelous, marvelous shaving brushes. So if you get to a Magard meetup or any meetup that Peter Wolf is at, and with his daughter Catherine, make sure to grab one of his shaving brushes. These are absolutely fantastic. So again, my thanks to Peter Wolf and Catherine and Mike. Thanks again for your comment. We have another Wolf Whiskers shaving brush we're going to be sharing with you down the road sometime, so stay tuned for that. Probably another week or two, so hang tight with me. This comes from Larry Napier. This is confirming the English leather journey here. He says, "Hi, Mark, another great 3MB. Just to complete the story, I was the person who handed you the English leather bottle. As you mentioned, I saw the bottle and immediately thought of you, knowing your love of vintage colognes and aftershaves. I am so happy to have played a small part in this truly remarkable story. Keep up the great work and enjoy the English leather. I wholeheartedly believe that it was meant for you to have." Thank you very much, Larry. And thanks very much for spotting it and handing it to me. I really do appreciate it. And again, a big thank you to Nate Jackson for making it available. I know, Nate had a lot of attachment to it, being that it was his father's. So Nate, thanks again very, very much. This comes from Bart Buzz. Good shaving tip for those who don't know about the Phoenix Shaving Chill Mill. Yeah, we had a great shaving tip regarding the use of the chill mill. I think it was in the previous Monday Morning Mailbag. I've been using mine for a few years. I also add some of the menthol crystals to one of my witch hazel bottles for those times I want an extra kick of cool. Speaking of a kick of cool, Osage Rub is a good body splash after showering. Also, a couple of heartwarming stories about the Wolf Whisker shaving brush and the 1980s English leather. All the best in the week ahead. Yeah, thanks very much, Bart. And thanks for the tips on the chill mill and also the Osage Rub. I think I've got a review done on Osage Rub already. I got to edit it. Wow, what a kick. Yeah, as a matter of fact, now that I do recall, yes, I do have that review done. Yeah, what a kick. Well, no spoilers here. I'll try to get it edited as soon as possible and get it posted. Yeah, it's terrific. And I believe it was viewer Glenn Martin who sent it to the channel. So Glenn, thank you again very, very much. It's a good one, folks, really. Osage Rub. If you want a good menthol eucalyptus kick, check it out. Bart, thanks very much for that. Jeff Palmer, 9149, writes, "Hi, Mark. The Copper Ascension razor is really a thing of beauty. However, be careful not to put it into too hot water or hold it under the faucet too long. The handle will heat up just like the razor head, and it becomes an issue trying to hold it if you are not careful. Personally, it is really heavy and aggressive, so it is a rare shave for me. However, it is a stunning razor. Has a shiny piece of bling. Still glad I finally got one. Thanks for the video." Jeff, when I heat up the Copper Ascension razor, I'm holding it under the faucet, and then right before I shave with it, I do a quick swirl in the sink to bring it down the temperature a little bit. But you're absolutely correct. If you got a lot of hot water coming out of that tap, it will heat up that handle. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it will retain that heat. So I try to do a quick swirl in the sink with the razor head after heating it up, and it seems to bring the temperature down just to the right level. So thanks very, very much for that. And also depends on how hot the water is coming out of your tap. Mine's been turned down a little bit, so it's not so much an issue as it used to be, but I still give it a quick swirl. So thanks very much for that, Jeff. Really do appreciate it. Viewer James Sefton wrote, "Hey, Mark, the video of gluing up the knots this morning was great, but the chessboard handle, I'm a big fan of open wheel racing, and the Indy 500 is this month, so I'm going with checkered flag." Yeah, that's in regard to the video we did on setting a brush knot into brush handles. We set a brush knot, the G5C, into the Altair handle. Thanks again to David Dart for sending along the Aylesworth Altair handle. Boy, this came out great. And Chris Bodrab sent along what I call the chessboard handle, and we put in a Pure Bliss. And James, if you want to call it checkered flag, by all means, that's fine too. But yeah, this is CB Brushworks handle, and it just work. The process was so easy. If you missed the video, check it out. We posted it last week, and it was just a fun time in setting these knots in these handles. Now, again, I consulted with both Chris Bodrab and also Caleb Aylesworth of Aylesworth Razors, and they gave me a lot of pointers in how to do it correctly. So first time out, it was pretty much error-free. One thing that Chris did mention was when you set the knot, you might want to just turn it a little bit as you're setting it so the glue gets distributed around the inside a little more evenly, because that's the only thing that didn't happen here. You can see right there some parts of the quarters right there. You can see the edges of the quarters, and when you turn it around, a little bit of glue there. So it didn't spread out as evenly, and you know what? I made a note of it, and I'll have to do that down the road to make sure that it's just give the knot a couple of turns as you're setting it in there, and that'll distribute the glue a little more evenly. So thanks very much for that, Chris. Really, really do appreciate it. David Dart wrote this. Also, James, thanks for the comment. Really do appreciate it. David Dart wrote, Mark, good morning, sir. I just finished watching your knot setting video. Fantastic. I was really upset with myself for not getting you the complete brush, but it did end up making a wonderful video. Absolutely, David. It really, really did. I haven't seen any other videos on setting knots, so my brain hiccup, for lack of a better term, worked out well in the long run. I can't wait to see you put it into action. Both brushes came out amazing. The G5C knot is what I have in all three of my Altair brushes. Looking forward to hearing your thoughts. Have a wonderful day and enjoy the brush. David, again, thank you very, very much. Your sending the handle only was the impetus for me to follow up and set a knot. And you know what? Once I showed the handle on the Monday Morning Mailbag, then I was committed down that road to actually set a knot. And the viewers were so helpful with all their information on how to do it. And again, Chris Bodrab and Caleb Aylesworth gave a lot of great information at the Magard Meetup. And everyone just really contributed to a really, really nice finish to it. And again, had you not sent this handle, I probably never would have done it. Now, Chris Bodrab did send some handles and allowed me to keep one. So it just worked. It just worked out where I had two handles. And, I made that commitment to okay, if I'm going to do this one, I'm going to do this one too. If I'm going to do the Altair, I'm going to do the chessboard handle. And so I got two knots. I got the Gorilla Silicone adhesive, and it worked out really, really well. So my thanks to everyone out there. I was really delighted, and I had fun doing it, and it was really, really easy. So check out that video if you yourself want to set a brush knot into a handle. Just remember that when you set the knot in there, just give it a little turn so the adhesive spreads out a little more evenly inside the handle there. That's the only thing I forgot to do, but it still came out great. Really terrific. So again, David, thank you very, very much for your kind and generous gift to the channel. It really lent itself to a great, great video. And again, my thanks to Chris Bodrab for sending along handles for a giveaway and allowing me to keep one of them, which also lent itself to, became an impetus to, set a knot in a brush handle. So thanks very much to Chris as well. Wow, it worked out really, really well. So gentlemen, thank you again very, very much. And David, thanks very much for the kind email. Really, really do appreciate that. Abene Samant wrote, thanks for the video. I have always wanted to do that, but I was worried I would mess it up. Well, Abene, it was easier than I thought. It really was. And again, my thanks to all the viewers out there. A lot of great information that helped me make it just about, I think it was error-free. It really was. It was a great process. I really enjoyed it. Oh, Chris Bodrab sent this along. Looks great, Mark. Sometimes, here's where he says it. Sometimes I will rotate around the knot when seating it to help spread the glue more. Also, if the handle has some clear areas at the top, I will sometimes use a large permanent marker in whatever color is appropriate to color the base of the glue plug at the bottom of the knot. I also will use silicone washers instead of quarters as an alternative for spacing and a more uniform appearance. Chris, thanks very, very much for all those tips and tricks in setting a brush knot. Thank you very, very much. We used quarters this time around, and as you suggested, 3/4 worked out really, really well and seated this knot to the proper height. So thanks very much for that. J Tekken X wrote, excellent tutorial video, Mark. Now I won't hesitate on getting a cool brush handle without the knot because I can just do it myself. I am so glad that the video was helpful to you, Jay. That's absolutely wonderful. If you do seat a knot into a new brush handle, please take some pictures, take some video, and send it along to the Monday Morning Mailbag, and we'll share it with all the viewers out there. Bart Buzz wrote, congrats, great job. It would be interesting to know how easy it is to remove one of those knots. Yeah, you know what? I mentioned that introducing heat, I think it was Caleb Aylesworth who said that he uses the Gorilla Silicone adhesive because if you mess something up, you can introduce heat in some fashion. I'm assuming hot water. I'm not entirely sure, but that will, really, really hot water. That will soften that bond, and then that way you can get the knot out. Now, Bart followed up with this. I think John Shaves 101 has a video on removing a knot using boiling water. However, there are so many synthetic brushes on the market that I've had no interest in making my own. Your video is helpful for those who want to make a custom shaving brush. Yeah, we will link to John Shaves 101 channel. Hi, John. How are you? Across the pond, John Shaves, a great wet shaver out there. He has a really wonderful channel. We'll link to his channel. We'll try to find that video. If not, do a search on his channel for it. John, maybe if you see this, you can comment below and get us a link directly to that video as well. But yeah, I think that's how you do it. I think you get some really hot water, and that will soften up that bond in there where you can pry it out. Now, Caleb was saying that if you use epoxy, you know what? That once that's set, that's it. You're going to have to drill it out, because epoxy is an altogether different kind of animal in the adhesive world. Whereas the silicone has that advantage to where if it gets really hot and you really heat it up a lot, then you can soften that bond a little bit and kind of pry out the knot. That's as I understand it. So, but these are set in there for a good long time. Both handles are great, and setting the knot was really easy. And again, my thanks to all the viewers out there for all the great helpful information, and a big thank you to Caleb Aylesworth and to Chris Beaudrab, and also to David Dart. To David Dart for sending along the handle, to Chris Beaudrab for sending along the handle. Both of these handles really, kind of led me down that road to do it, to set the knots. And, once I started on that road, there was no turning back, because I committed by making a video saying, yeah, I'm going to set knots in these. So it all worked out. So thanks to Chris, thanks to David, thanks to Caleb. Gentlemen, thank you very much. And that wraps up this week's refill segment. My thanks to everyone who contributed. Really do appreciate it. We'll do it again next week. Okay, let's check out some new wet shaving gear. Well, earlier in the show, in the Shave Den visit, we showed you Bill Murphy's beautiful lathering bowl honoring his Air Force service. And this lathering bowl was created by Peter Despotis at Spot Prints 3D. And he has an Etsy storefront where he sells a lot of great shaving gear up there. And the reason why we're talking about Spot Prints 3D is because Bill and Connie Murphy very kindly had a George Boom Lather shaving bowl made by Peter, and this was sent to the channel, the official Boom Lather shaving bowl. Well, what happened was there was another viewer out there who wanted a George Boom Lather shaving bowl. And Peter contacted me and said, Mark, it's your character, it's your intellectual property. Can I make one for that individual? And I said, well, yeah, sure, why not? Maybe we can make more than one for other viewers out there who would like to have an official George Boom Lather shaving bowl. So that's what's happened. Peter is now making the official George Boom Lather shaving bowls and offering them on his Spot Prints 3D storefront on Etsy. So you can order your very, very own George Boom Lather shaving bowl. And it's a beautiful bowl. It's a beautiful bowl, and it whips up a great lather. As you saw this past Friday, we reviewed it. We had a great, great lather that came out of the shaving bowl. So if you too would like the official George Boom Lather shaving bowl, you can order it from Peter at Spot Prints 3D. Here's what he wrote to me in an email. I will make an Etsy listing and have it live for the 12th. Well, the 12th is today, so that listing should be live. If it's not there, give it a little more time. It'll be live on the 12th. And he says it will be a made-to-order item and will likely be a 2 to 3 week turnaround time, just so you know. So you can get all the information at Peter's Etsy storefront, Spot Prints 3D. We'll have a link below, and if we can get a link to the actual item, we'll also link that as well. So really, really excited to see that the official George Boom Lather shaving bowl is being made, and viewers can order one from Spot Prints 3D and Peter Despotis. He does beautiful work, and if you would like a George Boom Lather shaving bowl, you can order one from Spot Prints 3D. My thanks to Peter Despotis, and also a big, big thank you to Bill and Connie Murphy for having this shaving bowl made, which is now leading to it being offered to anyone out there who wants to order one. Wow. What a happy and wonderful occurrence that came out of all this. We'll have a link below to Spot Prints 3D where you can order your very own official George Boom Lather shaving bowl. Thanks again to Peter Despotis and Bill and Connie Murphy. Well, courtesy of Doug, Fran, Huxley, and everyone at Phoenix Shaving, we have a brand new shave soap in the Shave Den. It's being released soon. Viloma. Boy, is this a good one. We have both the shave soap and the splash. We're going to get the review posted fairly soon because this is launching really soon. And if we could get the launch date, we'll get that in the description for you below. This is a wonderful, wonderful scent. Now, the background on Viloma comes from... well, there's a whole storyline behind it. There's a saga that's written about it, and that happens on the High Jump 47 sales page and on the Strange Island blog post, and continues on the Agartha sales page. So get up to Phoenix Shaving. You can read all the background on this. It's not required, it's optional, but it'll give you some background on why the label art and some of the other things that, that are going on with the shave soap and the background stories and that sort of thing, the scent, that sort of thing. I love Phoenix Shaving with its sci-fi, otherworldly kind of vibe going on, and that's what's going on here with Viloma, High Jump 47, Agartha. Oh, this is a marvelous, marvelous scent, and I put this in the same ballpark as High Jump 47. It's not identical, but it's in that ballpark, so to speak. I mean, it's part of the saga, so I guess it's kind of fitting that I identify it as part of in the same ballpark as a High Jump 47. Oh, that's absolutely fantastic. Now, here's the scent profile. Top notes are lemon, violet, and spice. Middle notes are myrrh, oud, and vanilla. Base notes are amber and woody. And here's what they have to say about it. Viloma is about breath, about defiance, about going against the grain in shaving, in scent, in life. The name comes from a type of pranayama breathing that interrupts the natural flow of inhalation, a pause, a resistance, a deliberate disobedience, fitting since doing things the way everyone else does has never been our thing. Also, a breathing technique I have practiced for years. That ethos bleeds into the scent too. It opens like a sudden flicker of electricity, lemon sliced sharp against crushed violet, and a phantom whiff of spice. You lean in closer, and just as you settle, Viloma shifts. Vanilla clings to the shadow of oud and myrrh, ancient and sacred. By the time you reach the base, it's already somewhere else. Amber, wood, memory. This isn't a scent for those seeking comfort. This is a scent for seekers, for threshold walkers, for those who find beauty in the unexpected and elegance in the adventure to come. This is for the shavers who go against the grain, not just out of habit, but out of principle. Viloma is the anti-everything wrapped in smoke and whispers. And the label? A reminder that while some fragrances soothe, others summon. This one is definitely watching. So inhale, pause, inhale again, shave. Yeah, boy, oh boy. This is great. It's got a great, refined, gentlemanly kind of scent. Great for an evening night out. Really, really interesting artwork. And again, the aftershave splash pairs up with it so very, very well. Like the scent a lot. We've got a review done. We're going to get it posted soon. Again, great for an evening night out or any occasion, really. But it really does have a nice, refined, gentlemanly quality to it. And again, it reminded me on first use very much of High Jump 47 in that ballpark. And only fitting because it's part of that whole storyline, that whole saga that's taking place on Phoenix Shaving's website. So, read all about it. I don't want to read anything more here. I don't want to spoil anything. You can follow it again at the High Jump sales page and the Strange Island blog post and the Agarda sales page. And I'm sure that they'll have this information printed on the Viloma product page where you can read it in its entirety. My thanks to Doug, Fran, Huxley, and everyone at Phoenix Shaving for sending this one along to the channel and allowing me to share with all the viewers. It'll be available soon, folks, from Phoenix Shaving, Viloma. Well, at the Magard Meetup, we talked to Peter Sharkalis of Ariana and Evans, and they now have a beautiful sandalwood shaving cream. We picked some up here. Check this out. This comes in an aluminum tube, and check that out right there. This is such a refined and gentlemanly scented sandalwood. Very, very smooth. And as Peter was explaining to us, the box holds not only the shave cream, but also the aftershave splash. Now, we haven't opened up either of these because I want to open them. I want to open them up on camera when I do the review. You can see that this is sealed right here. All right, yeah, right there like that. But Peter talked about it extensively in the highlight reel at the Magard Meetup. So check out the April 28th episode of Monday Morning Mailbag and go to the timestamp that said Magard Meetup highlights, and it's right there in the highlight reel where he talks about this. This is very smooth, very refined, very gentlemanly, and it's inspired by Taylor of Old Bond Street's Sandalwood. Peter really, really liked that a lot. Now, it's not identical to that. He feels that his is more sophisticated and smoother, and he's using real ingredients. He doesn't use any synthetic ingredients. So a big, big plus there. So Ariana and Evans Sandalwood, again, their meetup, the Ariana and Evans meetup is coming up on June 7th, 2025. So if you are in the neighborhood of the Ariana and Evans headquarters, as we mentioned earlier in the show, for their meetup, pick up some of this wonderful sandalwood shaving cream and aftershave splash. Really looking forward to doing a review on this one because the scent is absolutely wonderful. Aluminum tubes. And yeah, you can see he's got tape around the cap there. Again, our shaving tip this morning: make sure everything's taped down for transport, that sort of thing. And Peter certainly did, so nothing leaks out. But an absolutely marvelous, marvelous sandalwood scent because we sampled it at the Magard Meetup. So check out that highlight reel of the Magard Meetup and check out what Peter has to say about his Ariana and Evans Sandalwood Shave Cream and Aftershave Splash, and all the great Ariana and Evans products that he featured at the Magard Meetup. Really, really terrific stuff. We'll have a link to Ariana and Evans below where you can check out the Sandalwood Shave Cream, Aftershave Splash, and all their wonderful items up there. So a big, big thank you again to Peter for sending this one along to the channel and allowing us to share with all the viewers out there. Viewer Abene Samant sent along this review of the Timless Razor Travel Razor. And he writes, here's a quick review of my new Timless Razor, which I picked up at the Magard's Meetup. I'll also share a few pictures. From the moment we spotted it on the display table, it grabbed our attention. By the end of the day, when we noticed it was still there, Jeremiah was kind enough to let us take it home. We've nicknamed it the Honey Badger, small but mighty. The top cap and handle are stainless steel, while the base plate is titanium. One of the things I love about Timless razors is the ability to mix and match different parts to create a customized feel. Raja absolutely loves using it to shape his mustache and goatee. His usual razor is the Henson Aggressive, and while this one is even more aggressive, it remains incredibly smooth. The unique, deeply knurled stubby handle is easy to grip, providing excellent maneuverability and making it ideal for precision detailing. My son Raja, a single-pass shaver, is already enamored with it. I suspect it will be his soon, which honestly brings me immeasurable joy. I also find it a fun razor to use. It's noticeably more aggressive than my bronze Timless razor with a closed comb. Since I'm a 3-pass shaver, I definitely feel the extra bite on my second and third passes. While it won't be my daily driver, I'm glad to have it in my collection. My favorite remains the bronze comb for its milder, smoother shave. At the end of the day, this razor is a fantastic addition, built to last with a personality of its own. Another Timless classic to treasure. Hey, Abby, thanks very, very much for a great review of Timless Razor's Travel Razor. We also reviewed this. Mine is completely stainless steel, and I believe my base plate is a 0.5 millimeter blade gap. Let me take a look at that. Yeah, 0.5 millimeter. You can see that right there on the bottom, 0.5 millimeter blade gap there. So I'm not sure what your base plate blade gap is. Could be a little higher in aggression, but I love this one. This particular one is very, very mild and smooth. And with warm weather and summer travel right around the corner, if you're looking for the ideal travel razor, check out the Timless Razor Travel Razor. This is absolutely phenomenal. I love the handle as well. It's got a great stubby knurl feel to it. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. And you can also get the optional base. How about that? So as you're traveling, you can take the razor and the base and have that on your counter wherever you're staying. So it's very, very compact. It won't add a lot of weight, and it certainly won't take up a lot of space in your DOP kit. Perfect for travel, and it delivers an absolutely wonderful, wonderful shave. And it's another razor that's going to last for generations. Absolutely fantastic. So, Abene, thanks very, very much for a terrific review of Timless Razor's Travel Razor. Folks, we'll have a link below to Timless Razor where you can check out this razor and all the razors that they offer up there, all their wet shaving gear. Really, really well-made shaving gear, made right here in Northeast Ohio in the greater Cleveland area, as a matter of fact. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. Abene, Raja, thanks very much for the great review. Really do appreciate it. Do you happen to have a shaving brush that is 150 years old? Well, I happen to have one that I picked up at the Magard Meetup. In a roundabout way, the shaving brush is 150 years old. This was available from Zingari Man. Check it out. This is called the Distiller's Shaving Brush 4. And as they write on the product page, this brush handle is made from wood, salvaged from a barn that has been in the Melton's family for 4 generations. The wood is red oak and is almost 150 years old. If you look at the pattern, you will see lots of character. This wood tells a story. This project involved a three-way collaboration. Rob Moffat at Chisel and Hound stabilized the wood with resin, and John at Grizzly Bay turned the handle. The knot is a 26 millimeter V25 Fanturian. The handle is 2.5 inches. What's a Fanturian? A Fanturian brush knot is a fan-shaped Manchurian badger knot used in shaving brushes. It is densely packed with badger hair and exhibits a strong backbone while the tips are soft when wet. How about that? Available from Zingari Man. These were available at the table at the Magard Meetup. They also had another style handle, but I really like this one a lot. And it's being listed as sold out on their website right now. Stay tuned. Maybe they're going to make some more. I'm not entirely sure. But when I saw it and that it was 150 years old, my gosh, I thought, why not, you know? Absolutely fantastic. That way I can say I have a 150-year-old shaving brush in my shave den. I hope you got one. If you did, comment below and let us know, or send in your very own review and we'll share it with all the viewers out there. From Zingari Man, a 150-year-old shaving brush known as the Distiller Shaving Brush 4. My thanks to Heather for all the background information that convinced me to pick this one up. Thanks again, Heather. We'll have a link to Zingari Man below where you can check it out, and hopefully they'll have some more of these for sale. Well, also from Zingari Man, the absolutely perfect shaving soap and scent for the summer months. Here it is, El Cantinero Shave Soap. Boy, is this a great scent. We're going to get a review done on this, but right here on the label, grapefruit, tequila, and lime. Check that out. We'll link to the product page where you can read the entire description. It's very captivating. It's very inviting, but this scent is absolutely perfect for the summer months. My gosh. As they write here in part on the product page, El Cantinero is a scent that captures the soul of a perfect cocktail, the warmth of candlelit cantinas, and the effortless charm of a man who understands that the best things in life are meant to be savored. How about that? Here's what else they have to say. El Cantinero is not just a scent. It is an invitation to slow down, to pour with intention, to savor the night. Yeah, boy, that captures it perfectly. But we'll link to the product page where you can read the entire product description. Oh, as the night deepens, so does the fragrance, settling into something enduring, smooth, and effortlessly magnetic. That captures it perfectly. Here are the scent notes. Top notes are grapefruit and lime. Heart notes are tequila and agave. The base note is salt. Wow. Boy, this is a good one. This is perfect for the summer months. It's an absolutely wonderful, captivating scent. And of course, Zingari Man shave soaps really lather a treat. So we'll have a link below where you can check it out. From Zingari Man, El Cantinero, my thanks to Heather for very kindly sending this one along to the channel and allowing me to share it with all the viewers out there. Heather, thank you very much. Again, folks, El Cantinero, perfect for the summer months. Check it out. We'll have links below. Viewer David Dart sent along this heads up and he writes, Mark, good morning. I just bought a brush through Facebook Marketplace. It's a new old stock Eterna brush. I don't know much about them, but it's a 22 millimeter knot in what I think is a badger. I see that they use a lot of boar knots, so I might be wrong. They go cheap on the internet, so I may have paid too much. I got it for $20. It came with the box as well. There is quite a bit of wet shaving gear on Facebook Marketplace. Lots of vintage, but I've also seen an ad for a Henson medium razor. Maybe a tip for 3MB? Have a wonderful day. Yeah, this is a great tip and a great heads up to everyone out there, especially if you're looking for new old stock or new used or maybe even new wet shaving gear, Facebook Marketplace seems to be a very, very good resource. I've been up there myself and I've seen a lot of neat items up there, but as David says, you might find some really, really neat vintage items that might be slightly used or new old stock, that sort of thing. So check it out, Facebook Marketplace. David, thanks very, very much for the heads up on this. And please, when you get a chance, please get a review done on the new old stock Eterna brush. I'm sure a lot of viewers would like to know about its performance and that sort of thing. So thanks again for the heads up about Facebook Marketplace. Folks, check it out. And if you come across a vintage find or something that is really, really nice, let us know. Send us a review and we'll share it with all the viewers out there on the Monday Morning Mailbag. Dave, thanks again very, very much. And that wraps up this week's look at new wet shaving gear. My thanks to everyone who contributed. Really do appreciate it. We'll do it again next week. Okay, let's get to some of these questions and comments. This email came from viewer Abene Samant, and he writes, Dear Mark, another fantastic show to start the week. Your energy and enthusiasm always set the perfect tone for Mondays. Abene, thanks very much for the nice words. I really do appreciate that. All thanks to all the viewers out there for getting this show off on the right foot every week, week in and week out. I say it all the time. Without you, this microphone would be silent. So I will extend your thanks to all the viewers out there because they make this show possible. And all their great information, I think, contributes to setting a good, positive tone that we share with all the other viewers and wet shavers out there. So, Abby, thanks again for the very, very kind words, and many thanks to all the viewers out there. He continues here. I also want to take a moment to sincerely thank the wonderful listeners of Monday Morning Mailbag. Their thoughtful advice on low scent, no scent aftershave was truly appreciated, and I'm leaning towards Dickinson's Witch Hazel as my go-to for the office. On occasion, I may also use a splash diluted with witch hazel. What an incredible community I'm lucky to be a part of. Everyone's generosity and camaraderie never cease to amaze me. Cheers, Abby. Abby, I absolutely agree. What a wonderful community we have the honor and privilege of being a part of. Very generous in everything that they share. And I'm so glad that you got some great input and solutions to low scent, no scent aftershaves, that sort of thing. One more that we forgot to mention, I think I may have mentioned it on some of my reviews, is this one here from Lucky Tiger. Lucky Tiger Bay Rum. This was very kindly and generously sent to the channel by the late, great Mark Bagwell, a real friend to the channel. And I've had it in the shave den ever since, and you can see I've been using it. This one is very mildly scented. It's a mild bay rum. And hang on 1 minute. Oh yeah, that's a very mild bay rum. You could splash on a ton of this and really not project much of a scent. But it's very lively, very invigorating, as they say here, cool and refreshing. Yeah, it really is. And if you're also sensitive to bay rum, this might be a good one to try because, again, it's not overly strong in the bay rum area. So it's a good one. Lucky Tiger. It's a good, mild aftershave splash. So your email, Abene, reminded me to also mention this. So this is a good one too. Another mild aftershave. But I think the route that you're taking is a very, very good one. And again, my thanks to all the viewers out there for contributing some really, really great solutions and suggestions for Abby for no scent, low scent in the office. Abene, thanks again for the kind words. Thanks again for the email. Really do appreciate it. This email came from viewer Matt Panter, and he wrote, I want to urge everyone to have a styptic pencil. I had never used one before until I nicked my ear and couldn't get it to stop bleeding. Then I got out the styptic pencil and I was amazed that it stopped the bleeding almost instantly. Yeah, Matt, thanks very, very much for the heads up on that. A great, useful tip to all wet shavers out there. I happen to have a styptic pencil right here, and all you got to do is just wet the end of that and then just lay it on that nick, and it will seal it right up. A little bit of chalky residue after the fact, but just wait a while, and then you can just kind of brush that off, and everything should be good to go, so to speak. There have been times where I've been doing a review in the shaved end, and through operator error, I nick myself. But as I say, it's always a good opportunity to pull out the styptic pencil and show new wet shavers how to use one. And I agree with you, Matt. I encourage every wet shaver out there, new and experienced, to have a styptic pencil at the ready. Now, if you don't have a styptic pencil, there's another trick that viewers have shared with us, and that is taking the alum block, running this under cold water, and holding it on the nick for a good 30 to 40 seconds. That might work too. Might not be as effective as a styptic pencil for a more pronounced nick, but then again, it might work for you in a pinch. That's just another tip that viewers have sent along to the channel that we like to share with all the wet shavers out there. Also, there are a couple of other products we've talked about on the channel that act like styptic pencils, and they don't leave any white chalky residue behind if that's something that you don't really care for. For instance, Pacific Shaving Company has their Nick Stick. This is like a little roller ball right here. And it has ingredients like vitamin E, witch hazel, aloe vera, that sort of thing. And it does a pretty good job in closing up a nick. And we also have one from Goodline. It's also very, very similar. Roller ball like that. So if you use these, the thing you want to do is you want to make sure that you run this against the palm of your hand or a finger to get that roller ball engaged, and then apply it to your nick. Because sometimes wet shavers have written to me and say, it doesn't work. Well, yeah, because the roller ball is a little stuck and it's not rolling in the head dispensing the product. So, run it on the palm of your hand or on your fingertip to get that roller ball engaged, and then it'll dispense the product. Also, there's another styptic pencil product of sorts that you can take along if you're traveling. This comes from Barber Up Green Sticks right here. Comes with a couple of travel size styptic pencils. Here, I'll show you what one of them looks like here. Let's get these out. Okay, here it is right here. Oops, don't want to drop that. Here it is right here. This is a travel size styptic pencil of sorts. Okay, let me open that up. All right, just like that. Again, wet the end of that, and then you can apply it to your nick, and that'll work really, really well. Now, if you want something that's a little more compact, they also have in this little kit of sorts these green sticks. These are little styptic matchsticks of sorts, right? See that? You can just tear these off. I've already used a couple of them. You can tear these off. They're almost like single applications of a styptic pencil of sort, but it's kind of in a matchbook form. How about that? So you can just tear one or two of these off and just apply that. And this is very compact. You can throw this into your dop kit very, very easily. And, you can have this at the ready, or you can use the smaller travel styptic pencil that they offer. Again, that's from Barber Up Green Sticks. But a great, great heads up, Matt, to always have a styptic pencil in the shave den or when you're traveling in case you get a nick, because it happens once in a blue moon, operator error, that sort of thing. So make sure to have a styptic pencil. And, there's some other options that we discussed here that will work, I guess, as well. But, man, you can't beat a good styptic pencil when you've got a little more pronounced nick. Boy, it really does close it up. And just give it a little while after the shave, and that chalky residue, you can just kind of brush that off, and you should be good to go. So, Matt, thanks again for a really, really helpful tip and a heads up to everyone out there and make sure you have a Styptic pencil in your shave den and in your dop kit when you're traveling. Matt, thanks again very, very much. And that wraps up another Monday Morning Mailbag. Thanks so much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Please share, please subscribe, please like. Hit that bell so it'll give you a yell the next time I upload a video. Comment below. Let me know. Check out all the wonderful artisan soap makers and sellers that you see displayed on the bottom of the screen right now. They make and offer some wonderful artisan shave soap. They also offer some wonderful wet shaving gear to enhance your traditional wet shave. The next time you're online, please take a moment, pay them a visit. I sure would appreciate it. Thank you very much. Also, check out my Amazon product page at amazon.com/shop/Mark Zarady, where you'll find all the Amazon listed products that I review in this channel, organized and categorized so you can find everything in a snap very easily. I'll leave you with this laugh. Hey, we have another double take cartoon puzzle this week. Try to find the differences between the two cartoon panels. If you need more time, just pause the video or try to find all the differences before time runs out. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Make it a great week.